Hey everybody, Eve here. I want to share with you a journal I just created. It's a sample journal, if you will, and it's not available for sale. It will, however, give you an idea of the kind of journals that I like to create. And without further ado, we'll get right into it. As you can see, a nice journal with a gypsy theme. I love anything that has to do with gypsies and anything that represents a free spirit, somebody that colors outside the lines, thinks a little outside the box, is an innovator, a mover, a shaker, a rainmaker, if you will. Love those kinds of people. Consider myself to be among that crowd, if I say so myself. So anyway, this is created. I have now found that I love creating junk journals in general, but these 9 by 12 clasp mailing envelopes, I wish I had one to show you. It's just a simple yellow mailing envelope that's 9 by 12 in length, and it's yellow, 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 very ugly. Very ugly when you start. But when I'm finished, I hope it resembles what appears to be leather. I mean, I think I've accomplished it. And then I just embellish and what have you. And every book will always be coffee or tea or ink stained or paint stained. Everything depends upon what I'm looking to achieve. And 9 times out of 10, that's going to be leather. I just love the looks of the leather. Yeah. So, and as for the closure, this book actually right now has 2 closures, and the way I did this particular closure, which is like a belly band made from elastic that's been coffee dyed, and I included a pen holder on this one. I'm not crazy about this pen. Would like to find some ornate, more decorative, ornamental type pen, something filigreed or what have you. Very, very ornate. And I can't seem to find that right now, and I don't know why. Not anything too expensive, but anyway. Right now I have one of the Tim Holtz hitching posts that I worked through a beautiful metal embellishment that I obtained rather from a company called Junk & Company in Melbourne. If you're in the Space Coast area of Florida, I highly recommend that you go see what Junk & Company and the proprietor Robin Wally have to offer. The place is magical to me. It's now my favorite place to shop, so I highly recommend it. So I showed you the belly band, which is kind of fussy to put on and off, but since this is basically more of a travel journal than anything else, you really need a belly band because as you add things to these journals, they grow in volume, they grow in size, like this. Okay, so you're going to need a really strong closure, especially if you travel and you throw it in a big bag or a big suitcase. So the hitching posts are nice, but with this particular type of clasp envelope, I also added a magnet, which I haven't covered yet, but it's there. So there's a magnet there and inside as well, right there. And then these rare earth, very, very strong rare earth magnets will hold anything together. But would I trust this if it was full of a lot of really valuable items that I have collected on trips to abroad or what have you? No, I would not. I would have to have the belly band as well. And it's always nice to have an ink pen attached. But of course, I could always include a pen holder somewhere within the book. And like I said, even though this is a mailing envelope, I have lined it with a Tyvek envelope, which is, you can't tear those things. And the way I finished these, they're very, very durable. These covers are durable, almost like leather, very leather-like, very flexible. I mean, I imagine you could wrinkle them. I mean, anything can be destroyed, but from what they started from to what they end up being, it's a far cry. I mean, they're nothing. They're amazing. They're just amazing when they're finished and so flexible and bendable. And so let's do the flip through. So I'm going to try to get out of the way here so I can do this. All my pages will be coffee. I hand dye each page individually with coffee. There will always be some sort of decorative pages that I put in here, and some of these I'll use from kits. This particular kit is called Sherlock, the book of Sherlock. I do believe it's called the Book of Sherlock, and it is in Meg's Garden. You go to megsgarden.com and you get the Book of Sherlock, and you will be able to get these digital papers. Now, everything in here is that's just the regular line paper. That is just my regular composition notebook paper that I coffeefied. And the embellishments, most of them will be tags that I've made, but all of these beautiful papers that you see like this, and I mean, they are gorgeous. It's from Meg's Garden, and it's called the Book of Sherlock. I think it's called the Sherlock book, or the Book of Sherlock. Yeah, it has to do with Sherlock Holmes theme. She has all the ephemera and everything up there too, and you can get that everywhere, all over the place on the internet. Just Google it. Go to Etsy. I'm not Etsy. Pinterest. Etsy. Well, there's Etsy sellers that sell the papers too, but Meg's Garden she'll hook you up. So moving along, just going to try to show you the papers. Listen to that coffee dyed paper. Smells amazing too. And there's a secret ingredient I add to my coffee dyed paper, which I'm not going to divulge right now, but it makes it extra yummy. Yeah, places. There will always be places in my journals. I can't pull everything out, and I'll tell you what, I know the lighting is atrocious, but as long as you get the general idea, like I said, I'm going to have tons. There will always be tons of places to write in my journals. And I like dark coffee dyeing because I like to write in white ink gel pens. If you don't prefer that, then, you know, of course I can always lighten up the coffee. Like this page, that's not as dark of coffee as this is. This page, you probably would have to use some kind of a felt marker in black or something to really read it well. Where this one, no, you could use any ink and you could read it well. This one would be beautiful, however, in the white gel ink, which is what I prefer to do when I journal. So I really have a thing myself for the extremely dark coffee dyed pages. But if you don't like that, then you would have to let me know. And there's, like I said, that's a lighter page. But and I love the destroyed look. So my journals will always look extremely destroyed, but there'll be lots of tuck places. My own I make tags, and just like everybody else. I have my own tag maker now, so I make them, punch them, stamp them, decorate them, embellish them, put them in here, shove them in here. We're moving through kind of quick because unless I'm watching a person that makes junk journals that is absolutely amazing, I really don't care for people to linger too much. And mine are good, but they're not that good. They're just junk journals. So I didn't mean to say that. I do them very, very well. They're very, very well made, and they're made to the best of my ability. And as far as industry standards, I don't know the industry all that well. So I just use my own standards. I make things to the best of my ability. I put my heart, soul, and everything that I have as an artist and a creator into everything I do. And that's what matters to me. Like, for instance, I really love these envelopes that I made. These are just basic white greeting cards. Oh, forgive my hands, too. I don't do manicures anymore, and these are working hands. So, yeah, this is just a basic greeting card envelope, and I stamped it, a bunch of stamps, and used, you know, inked the edges and to distress it and make it look more aged, and used a border punch to give it the decorative border. But that's just a regular greeting card, white greeting card envelope. Nothing special, nothing fancy, but I really think it turned out sweet. Let's try to get this closer. Anyway, I think you get the idea. And, you know, my tags and what have you, and all of the various other little ephemera that's in these journals that makes them so nice. They're really a lot of fun. I love creating them, and each one I try to pick some interesting new themes, whatever. And I get a lot of special requests, and I'm happy to do those too. And that will be whatever theme you choose. But to me, there's nothing more exciting than getting this idea for a junk journal and going, oh, wow, that would be so cool. I want to do that. You know, that's my next theme. Well, the problem is I've got a list around here with about 15 journal themes that I can't wait to get to. And, let's see if I manage. Would be fun to see, wouldn't it? So, moving along, and oh, look at me. Look at dyslexic me. Ha, ha, ha. Let's make fun of Eve today because Eve is silly. Yeah, just going right on through. Love some of these papers. Now, this wasn't from the book of Sherlock. I did get some of this paper from, you know, when you go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's and you buy one of those great big color books or, you know, scrap. I don't know. They're journal papers. You guys know what they are. They're 12 by 12 sheets of, like, some of them are on cardstock, some of them aren't. It just depends. So I grab them and I use them if I need them, if I like them. I don't know. It's like I don't really want to do kits. Like it's not that I haven't. I have, where you go to someone that sells a kit, for instance, on Etsy, and you download the entire digital kit, and it has everything you need to decorate that entire journal with that particular theme. That doesn't appeal to me so much, although some of them are extremely beautiful, and some of the people who are creating those junk journals, as I watch them, I'm like, whoa, that is amazing. And when they're done, they're beautiful. But that's just a little too confining and restricting to me. I would like to take bits and pieces from using this same theme, but different papers. And it's got to reflect me. At the end of the day, it's got to reflect me. And oh, I thought this was cool. Found really cool recipe cards and did a recipe flip on that page. You know, no matter where you travel, you're going to pick up a nice recipe here and there, especially if you're in Paris or Rome or Middle East or whatever. Love that page. Love that combination. I love creams and blues. And I also love texture like rock and stone. And well, it's everything in life is about everything that stimulates the sensories, right? The sensory, like the eyes, the nose, taste, touch, feel, all of it. It's all about sensory, the senses, textures, smells. Boy, I'm having issues. So, yeah, really, really, really sweet travel junk journal, gypsy theme. Love it, love it, love it. Hope you guys loved it too. If you're interested in knowing more about me or the junk journals I create, or interested in obtaining one, hit me up. I'll leave my contact information beneath the video. And also, while you're at it, please thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll keep you updated as to what I'm doing in the future, and current projects, future projects, all that good stuff. So until then, this is Eve. God's blessings be upon each and every one of you. Until next time, bye-bye.